Question 5, the circle question. We've got the centre here, so we know the equation of the circle is x minus the x centre, minus 5 plus 5. Y minus the y centre, which is 6, equals the radius squared. So a bit of thinking needed for the radius. Well, the radius is there to there, isn't it? And we know that this value here is minus 5, so the distance from there to there is 5. So we've got 5 squared, or 25 we can put there. Now, verify that this point lies on the circle. So when x is minus 2 and y is 2, what do we get? We get minus 2 plus 5 squared. We get 2 take away 6 squared. That's 3 squared and 4 squared, which is 25 as required. And again, as it's a verify, as it's a question like that, let's write another line. Therefore, P lies on the circle. Find the equation of the normal to the circle. Well, we've got this point P, and the normal, well, there's a tangent going across there. We're not being asked for that. The examiner's report says a lot of people tried to work out what that line was. The normal is just this line here. So we're going from C to P. Let's have a look. The C was minus 6, 5. P is minus 2, 2. Let's find out its gradient. The gradient is the change in y, which is down 4, divided by the change in x, which is up 3. So there we go. Our gradient is minus 4 over 3. Let's just go with our y minus the y number equals gradient x minus the x number. And we can pick either of these. I mean, this line's going through both of these 2 points. I think I'll use this point P here. Y minus the y number equals gradient x minus the x number. So I've got plus 2 there. Well, I think the third part took a few reads to actually understand what we're thinking about. So do take the time to read it a few times. We've got P, we've got C, and it's saying the midpoint here is M. So that point there is M. And the question's asking P to M or P to O. Which one's the shortest? Which one's it closest to? So let's think through that. Let's scroll down to get some more room. Well, P to M was just to the midpoint of the radius. We knew the radius was 5, so that distance isn't too bad at all. That's just going to be 5 over 2. There's point P there. P to O, bit of Pythagoras here, then I've got minus 2 squared and 2 squared means I've got the root of 8. Now, if you know what the root of 8 is in your head, you've got a vague idea of it going to be just less than 3, isn't it? Then you can just immediately say that this one here is the closest one, so P is closer to M. But if you're not quite sure of that, then maybe you need to do a little bit of work here and say that this is the square root of 25 over 4. I've just squared both of those. So this is the square root of 6.25. So clearly that's going to be lower than that. So P is closer to M.